I want to start off this video by apologizing for making this video. Believe me, I already know what you're thinking, and I'm very sorry. I just could not resist. I had to do it.
You want to know what I am? You want to see what my life is?
Don't do it.
You want to see what's going on here?
Angela is a bit of an acquired taste, but once you get to know her and understand her a little bit more, she's lovely. Just a lovely, kind-hearted person who I have nothing else to say about.
And you too. I'm sick of
Why did you act like that?
Shut up!
Are you done talking?
No, I'm not. And I said I want to say. I'm an American.
She often plays the America card, which I didn't even know was a thing. Apparently, we're just allowed to yell over everybody else, so that's pretty cool, I guess. On the other hand, Michael is pretty much the calmest dude in the history of the world. They were on this show for multiple seasons, but most of what I remember is just Angela screaming at him in, in a little square on FaceTime on her phone. He always looks so sad, too. Like, she'll be screaming at him, and he'll ask her to calm down or something, and then she'll be like, "Oh my God, Michael, can't believe you just said that to me, Michael. You're an ugly son of a bitch, Michael. I'm gonna divorce your ass, Michael."
You block me everywhere. Who does that?
Who does that? Why not block you? When I was healing, you what with me?
You are just talking to.
Can you believe he said that? That's rude. I'm his wife.
Did she just lean over to ask the camera guys if they can believe that he said that to her? After all the shit that they watched her say to him, he said something mildly rude at an indoor volume, I'll give you that, but it was directly after you screamed at him for about an hour. So there's a lot to cover with these two, and even though they've been on the show recently, it was like the third or fourth season that they were on, because their storyline is massive. It's pretty much never ending. There's no way I can cover it all, and it's kind of old news anyway, so we're gonna do a greatest hits collection. This is Mike and Angela, just the hits, and I spent a lot of time working on this. I think it's a kick-ass mix. How is this any different than usual? I don't know. Just go with it.
Look at this, Michael. Come here.
What?
You like them? You gonna wear them for me?
I'll put it on.
What the hell?
Go.
So yeah, she wanted to bring him something that is genuinely American, so she brought him Donald Trump underwear.
I'm an American.
Look at this shit. Look what she did to this poor guy.
Let me see what you would look like. Okay, that's it.
He's like, all right, that's it right there. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Put on this Trump mask, too.
I'm gonna Trump you up.
This is the exact type of person I would imagine to have a Trump fetish. So anyway, moving on, Michael plans to live in the US eventually, and he knows a few people that have a dual citizenship between Nigeria and the United States. So he talked to them about what life is like in America, and he also wants Angela to talk to them about what life is like as an American in Nigeria. Basically, all hell breaks loose.
So, Michael, where are we going?
We're going to meet some people who have lived in the States.
What would I care about people living in states? I live there myself.
Because, Angela, it might help both of you to talk to people who have lived in both countries. So she's stubborn right off the bat and doesn't really want to do it at all, but just wait to see her reaction.
Why would you go to some stranger to tell you about what's going to happen in my house? Michael's telling me he's able to ask this guy and his friends some questions about living in the U.S. What the hell's he mean?
I think he just wants to know what it's like to live in the US, which is why he asked people that have lived there. You are one person with one perspective, Angela. What's wrong with asking someone else?
My question is, why would they live back here? Are they Americans or are they Nigerians? Which is it?
They have a dual citizenship, baby. They've lived there and came back to Nigeria to...
Well, you know what, Michael? I don't trust that dual citizenship BS. You're either American or you're un-American. I didn't bring you all that sick Trump merch just to get treated like this. If you still have that underwear on, which we both know you do, then you're an American. So enough with this dual citizenship nonsense.
Baby,
Yes.
since they spent time here in Nigeria and over there, they might, talk to you about you staying much.
And then he wants now bring up me living in Nigeria?
So Michael tried to subtly bring up the idea of her living in Nigeria. It was a good attempt. I applaud him for that, but I don't think it's going to go over well.
I'm an American woman. I can't give up hot water, electricity. I'm spoiled. I can't live like that.
I wonder what country she's from. I don't think she's mentioned it yet. All right, so now they've arrived at their meeting, and you definitely want to watch this.
Hello. I thought it was a guy we was talking to. Matter of fact, thank y'all for coming. I'm done. Thank you.
Geez, that was fast. Oh, I love that shit. Just because they're three younger, attractive women, she gets up and storms off. All right, you know what? I'm done. I thought we were meeting a man here, or at least an old ugly woman. It is a little bit sad though, to be honest, because you can sense her insecurity about it as soon as they walk in. And early on in their relationship, Michael did cheat on her, so she does have a little bit of a reason to be suspicious, but she's just so rude and entitled all the time that it's very difficult to feel bad for her. I'll start to feel bad, and then she shoves a cake in Michael's face and calls him ugly, and I'm like, all right, well, this is not good.
That's a wrap, Mike.
Did she just freak out?
I'm done.
All it took to set her off like this was to walk into a room and see 3 women that are younger than her just sitting there. Now, if she's still suspicious that he's cheating on her, she either needs to forgive him or just break up with him, because it's not fair to tell him you forgive him and then just keep throwing it in his face. But her solution is to just be super controlling and to make sure that he has no friends that are women at all.
Take your ass to the apartment. I want to go. I want to be away from you. There's not going to be a marriage.
You know how many times she said that? She calls off the marriage like every other day.
Tell a woman, tell me what going on in America.
Wait, what? They didn't even say anything at all. They had no time to say anything. Screw them for telling me how to live in America, because I'm an American woman. I've lived in America. Guess where I live? America. You want to know why? Because I'm American.
I'm an American. I'm not a stupid woman. And if I'm a stupid woman, you don't need to be marrying me, because who wants to marry a stupid?
Wait, what? What? Is she calling herself stupid, or is she not? I don't understand.
Can't tell me nothing about my household or you. You always take advice from people besides your wife to be. So maybe you need to marry them, Michael.
Yeah, Michael, why don't you just marry them if you love them so? Honestly, why don't you just marry them? Seriously, this is terrible. Why do you want to be in this relationship? I don't know what this guy's doing at all. I don't know why he likes her. There's very little talk about scamming or anything like that, so I guess they're just deeply in love.
All right, hang out with women. When did you think I was going to agree with that?
I didn't hang out with women.
Well, honestly, you did. That's who straight showed up.
It was that why he's coming, the guy.
Michael.
So we had to wait for him, but you didn't.
Michael.
So I could be wrong, but it sounds like he didn't even really know those 3 women, and that he knew a guy who was a mutual friend of theirs, and that they were all just going to have a conversation together. A conversation about their future as a married couple. All right, so in this next clip, Angela gives pizza to relatives of Michael who have never tried it before.
I'm more like it, no?
She said she likes it.
Oh, see, after all that, they like American food.
Oh, that's great. Now we can teach you guys how to pose for thumbnails for mukbang vids.
What'd she say? What'd Mama say?
She wants them to have children. How old is Angela? I gotta look this up. Wow, this woman is only 39 years old. That's what cigarettes will do to you. Don't smoke cigarettes. By the way, I hope it's clear that I'm joking about that. Obviously, you should smoke cigarettes. Going back to the children thing, how could anyone actually expect her to do that? I don't even understand how they were talking about that as a realistic possibility. She went to the doctor to find out how many eggs she had left, and she has 1. So she tries to convince her daughter to give her one of her eggs, and her daughter is totally not on board at all. Meanwhile, she has like 4 grandkids that are back in the US that are like, what about us? At her age and everything, along with the whole cultural situation and the fact that they have to beg for an egg, should be a sign that this is not going to work. So anyway, they do end up getting married, and then Angela travels back to the US, and that's pretty much how it's been ever since, as far as I'm aware. After this point, they never really seem to talk about his progress in actually coming to the United States. They're married, but all they do is FaceTime each other, and Angela just kind of yells at Michael and accuses him of cheating, and Michael just kind of sits there and doesn't really say anything. And then Angela threatens to divorce him, and then they just kind of repeat that cycle. And eventually, Angela decides to go to a divorce attorney.
But if you get the divorce now, what would happen is we would have to inform USCIS that the circumstances had changed.
And we can, if we decide to get back together, we can do it again?
You'd have to get married again.
Oh, God.
That's crazy. It almost seems like she wants to get a divorce just to piss him off, and that she'll just go marry him again right away. You see that, Michael? I divorced you once. Now you better start taking this marriage thing more seriously this time, because 3 strikes, you're out. 3 divorces, it's done.
So, other than a divorce, what have you thought of as potential solutions?
I've tried tracking his phone.
Bingo, that'll do it. That'll save a marriage right there. A good old phone tracker. Why didn't you just say that? Oh, you know what else? You could even use one of those tracker things that they put on Gus Fring's car in Breaking Bad, you know? If you know where he is at all times and you don't let him talk to anybody else and you treat him like shit, then that's a perfect marriage in my book.
Okay, but tracking his phone is not going to help you guys emotionally connect.
No, but I'll know when I got proof that he's lying to me, because I know when he's lying to me, but I've showed him proof for other things. It don't mean a damn thing.
All right, Angela, you've just unloaded many cans of worms all over. There's worms everywhere, Angela. Pick up the damn worms. Talking about lying and cheating and jealousy and suspicion and it sounds awful. Just awful. Like I said in the last video, once you start pulling some Home Alone type shit or some spy thriller type shit, the relationship is probably coming to an end.
Okay, but when you talk to him about the relationship and about these issues, does he seem as invested in it as you are?
That's what I don't know.
Maybe you don't know because you've never let the guy speak before. I don't have this clip, but there was one part where she went to some type of cell phone store and tried to get a tracker on Michael's phone, which they're not allowed to do. I forget why, but she decided to FaceTime him while she was there, maybe even to ask him if she could put a tracker on his phone. I'm not entirely sure. As soon as he answered, she just started flipping out. She wasted no time at all. He didn't even get a single word in. And then as she's flipping out, she stops and points the phone at the guy at the cell phone store and says, "You see what I have to deal with? You see this shit?" And the guy literally said, I didn't even hear him say a single word.
I will what?
We are talking about if you're gonna change.
You're welcome. I'm not gonna change. So why are you saying that?
So at this part, Michael's mother talks to Angela about her expected duties as his wife, which she obviously hates, no surprise. So Michael's mother explains that in Nigerian culture, the wife is submissive to the husband, and there's definitely nothing wrong with disagreeing with that idea, but Angela does not go about explaining her opinion politely at all.
And I told him, being a Nigerian man, your wife has to be submissive. I like you,
That's fine.
but with this kind of attitude, I don't know about your marriage.
So obviously Michael's mother knows that they plan to move to America at some point, so I think she would just be happy enough if Angela were just respectful to Michael. So Angela needs to prove that she does have the right attitude, and in order to do that, she decides to storm off again.
So, we're done. You need to think whether you're going to do what they want you to do or what me and you've been doing for 3 years. I'm done talking.
Oh, no.
It's been fun.
Yeah, Michael, are you going to do what they want you to do or what we've been doing for 3 years, which is just me yelling at you? I like how Angela talks about how she wants it to be 50-50, but clearly she wants it to be more like 100-0. You guys have to work together, not against each other. All right, so before the end of this video, I just want to flash all the way back to the first time that they met when she flew to Nigeria.
Angela is different from what I was expecting. She's kind of loud. I'll try and give her a sign just to bring her voice down a little if she's like too dramatic.
That is just so adorable. He has no idea what's coming. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it here, so thank you so much for watching. If for some sick reason you want to see these two again, just let me know in the comments. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.
I'm an American.